Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're doing version 2 of a 1 OCP build for the Externato mechanic. And just like the previous videos, they're not really one-shot wonders. They're not really the best in terms of running instances or one-shotting stuff, but they actually do some pretty good damage. Farming-wise, this is actually pretty good in terms of farming higher levels. To start off, we have the old driver band red. This is the Nightmare Biolab headgear. Tons of stats, HP, SP, attack speed, but we're here for the additional 20% extra NATO damage per 2 refines. Plus 10, we get 100% extra NATO damage. Now, in terms of the enchants, we have Dex plus 5, we have another Dex plus 5, and Tenacity plus level 5, sorry. 20% physical melee damage and 5 perfect hits. Now we don't have a card here yet just because we haven't really, thought about it. The only OCP in the build is the Guardian Helm, 10% damage to all sizes, immune to curse, and when it's combo with the King Schmidt's armor, you get 10 all stats, 7% damage reduction from players, and immune to freeze. Next, when it's combo with the King Schmidt's Mantle, you get another 10 stats and minus 6% damage from players. And we have the King Schmidt Insignia Dex here. I would love it to be strength, but it's Dex 1. All stats plus 5, 10% long range damage, 3% damage reduction from players. It's basically just getting the additional 25 stats, for all of it. That's actually the most important thing, but we'd rather have the strength, but unfortunately we didn't enchant it really well. Next we have the King Schmidt's armor, can't be destroyed, 10% damage to large and medium monsters. Plus 7, you get 10% more damage, physical magic damage to fire and shadow. At plus 9, you get minus 15% damage from formless and dragon monsters. And at plus 11, you get 10% less damage from medium and large size monsters. Now when it's combo with the King Schmidt's Mantle, you get HP, SP plus 10%, and when both of them are plus 22 refine rate total, let's say plus 11 for both, you get 15% ACD reduction, which is definitely helpful. We just have some stat enchants on here. We also have the Porcello card, additional 25 attack, just a good generic armor card for the physical class. Next, we have the King Schmidt's Mantle. 2% damage to fire and shadow per 3 refines. At plus 7, you get minus 5% damage from dragon and formless monsters. Plus 7, you get 15% more damage against formless and dragon monsters. And basically, we've got some fighting spirit enchants here. FS4, attack 15, additional FS4, and another attack 15, and then we got FS5, attack 18, just to boost the base attack. And we've got the Rockridge Cramp card here, additional attack plus 3, attack 3 plus 1% per 10 base strength, and if it's 120, you get additional 40 attack. Next, we have the King Schmidt's Insignia Dex. Like I said, I want it to be strength, but obviously, but if it's combo with everything else, you get 1 attack speed, 3% long range damage, apart from the 7% long range damage. We got Luck 4, Fighting Spirit 6, attack plus 21, hit plus 5, and we got the Strong Enchant, the combos with the Bear's Power for the additional 25% more damage to all sizes. And we have the Gold Scarab card just for additional 20 attack. Now that's also why we're running the Temporal Strength Boots. Obviously everybody knows what this does, but at 120 strength you get an additional 50 attack, and that's basically what we really need, 7 attack per 3 upgrades. We've got Fighting Spirit 7, attack plus 24, and then we've got Bear's Power for additional strength pump when it activates, although it eats up a lot of HP, but at the same time, being a VIT build, you actually don't really care about that too much. Next we have the Illusion Booster R, attack plus 5%, Fatal 4, attack speed 4, EA 5, and we still have the Gold Scarab card for additional 20 attack. Now we're using the same weapon, the Illusion War Axe. You know, obviously indestructible, strength, dex, luck +2. Additional 100% axe tornado damage. At +7, you get an additional 20% axe tornado damage, and at +9, you get still the additional 20% axe tornado damage. You can stop at +9, but the reason why you may get it to +10 because of the True Howard Alt Eisen card. Axe tornado damage +20%, additional 20% for if it's a level 4 weapon. This is a level 4 weapon. And additional 20% if it's at +10. So you won't get that if it's at +9. So the additional 40% for 2, well, 120% in total, plus the 140% from the axe is really good. Next, we have the Mysterious Red Plate, which combos with a lot of the Illusion Turtle weapons and armors. It's 200 KP at the cash shop. It's not necessarily an OCP, but it reduces the cooldown of Axe Tornado by 1 second and increases physical damage to all sizes by 2% per 2 refines of the weapon, so that's an additional 10%. So let's go ahead and see how big of a difference this is from the last 1 OCP video with the gray set. You know, hopefully compare damage. Alright, neutral egg first. Oh, actually, it's actually at par with the gray set damage. That's good. Alright, next fire egg with the water converter. It's actually doing more damage for elemental attacks than the gray set. Wow. Alright, so definitely some really good results. In terms of the neutral egg, the damage was definitely at par with the gray set, but when it came to the fire egg with the water converter, it actually did a lot more damage with the elemental attacks. I think that's also because the King Schmidt set has additional damage to fire property monsters, and the fire egg was fire. And it was also formless, so it also had an increased damage against formless monsters, which does explain that. In terms of viability, I would still prefer the gray set just because it's level 150 requirement, and you don't need a lot of stuff to make it work compared to the King Schmidt set, which a lot of enchants, a lot of refines, and a lot of stuff to sort of combo with. So I hope this gives you some insight on which stuff to run. This will be the last version for Axe Tornado. Hope you enjoyed the last couple of videos. If you liked them, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys next time.